It's good shooting light. 20th of December. This morning it's 33 degrees and it's gonna warm up to about 65 this afternoon. My son's about half a mile north of me. We're both planning on staying all day or until one of us kills a deer. We seen 2 good bucks this morning on the way here. So hopefully that's an indication that they're up on their feet and on the prowl. Been getting a good bit of rut activity the last week or so. It's just been some horrible weather. So hopefully we'll see some daytime movement today. This morning I've got a brace of 41 Magnums with me. I've got my Freedom Arms, Model 83 that's scoped, and then I've got a iron-sighted Ruger Red Hawk. So we're going to have a south wind all day today. Right now it's very minor, but within the next couple of hours it's supposed to be up to 12-13 mile per hour wind, so it's probably going to get a little bit miserable. But anyway, y'all stay tuned. know how well I could get that on video. And the sun right in my eyes. I couldn't tell how good I had him in the viewfinder. But he was out there making a scrape, rubbing on some saplings. As you could hear, I called him in. He came in. I shot him. He was about 50 yards. And he went about 25 yards and was down right out there about 50 yards in front of me. It's the first opportunity I've had this year. And my first deer. I took him with this rat hoop. I just seen him flop one time. Anyway, I'm using my Freedom Arms 654 and 41 Magnum. Shooting a hand load. Barnes XPB bullet, 180 grain bullet, over, if I remember right, 24 grains of 2400. He's down there doing his death roll. If it wasn't so thick, I'd put another one in him, but I can't get a shot through there where he's at. He's not going anywhere. Texting me now. It's 9 o'clock right now, so it was probably about 8:50 when I shot him. And I've been doing some rattling and grunting this morning, and I'm pretty sure that's what it come into, but he slipped in here on me. It's so thick in here. They get on top of you before you know it. When we put this stand in, or come in, I actually raised it a little higher this year, put an extension on it. I brought a saw in, and we sawed every sapling we could within about a 50-yard radius of here, just to give you a little bit of shooting lanes. I had an issue last year out of this stand. I killed a big buck, but it was real thick, and I was having a hard time getting a good clear shot on him. But it all paid off this morning. That's the third deer I've seen this morning. I had a wide rack 4-point. He's about like this, looked like a 1.5 year old deer. He came through, went across the field early this morning right after daylight. I had one run across this field back here. I don't know what it was, but this deer here, he looks like he's at least a 3.5-year-old deer. I'm gonna set up here a little bit, probably have me a cup of coffee and savor the moment. Let Clay do a little bit more hunting. He's about a half a mile from me, back to my north. Y'all stay tuned and we'll retrieve him in a little while. He's laying right over there about 50 yards. Alright, I'm down from my stand. You can see it up there. I'm not going to go to where he was standing when I shot him because this mess is a booger to get through. He's only laying about 50 yards from me, but it's going to take a little task to get to him. As you can see, this stuff is a mess. And I went back and looked at the footage, and I got him on video a little bit, but he had just stepped out the frame of the camera when I shot, so it didn't get the shot on video. Man, these briars in here is something. I'll be tore to shreds by the time I get out of here. Most of this looks kind of open from up in that stand, but once you get on the ground, you can't see 10 yards. But they sure do love this stuff in here. Hunting it because you can rattle deer up a lot better than this stuff because they can't see very far either, and they'll come in to investigate, which is what this one did. He ought to be laying somewhere around in here. Yeah, there he is. There he is. Boy, he tore it up over here on his death roll. This area cleaned up and get him posed, and I'll get back with you. Alright folks, I got him propped up there. Got me a little bit winded. It's hour and a half after I shot him, so rigor mortis done set in, and it's a little tough getting him set up there. As y'all couldn't see, because I went back and watched the video, he has just stepped out of frame when I shot, so I did not get the shot on video. But if you'll see right here, straight down, I center punched him. He was slightly quartering to me, walking to me when I shot him, and I didn't get an exit, so I should be able to retrieve that X bullet. For those of you who haven't tried a Barnes X bullet in a revolver, I would say give them a try. They are wicked on deer, and everything I've shot them in, they're extremely accurate. They're a bit pricey, but you always pay for the good stuff. And no, I'm not sponsored by Barnes, so I'm just giving you a good field experience. This here's what I took him with this morning. This is a Freedom Arms model 654 in 41 Magnum. It's got a 4x loophole fixed power scope on it. I'd made up my mind I was going to take a deer with this gun this year in honor of Ken O'Neill. He was a fellow shooter that passed away this past summer, I believe in August. Apologize for not looking up the date, but I bought this gun from Ken about 10 years ago, and it's one of the early field grade models in the 654, and the 654 is the original designation of the 41 Magnum before they changed them all to model 83. This one is serial numbered 35, so you can tell it's by the serial number it's an early model. But Ken was one of the good guys, and I thought it just fitting to take one with his gun in his honor, since he passed away this year. And it done a great job. This when I got this gun from Ken, all I did was loaded up this load that I've got in it now, and the first 5 shots I shot out at 25 yards from a bench, just checking to see if it was zeroed. All would be covered up with a nickel, and I was amazed at the accuracy this thing had. And then I went ahead and checked it out to 50 yards, and it's 2 inches high at 50, which is the way I like mine. Bottom line, what I'm getting at, I didn't have to do anything to it. I'm not sure what load Ken was shooting in it and how he had it zeroed, but it was perfect for my hand load. So there's that. I just needed to break the ice this morning. I haven't got to do much hunting, and he's a clean 8-point. Got a little bit of mass to him. Nothing to write home about, but he's a dandy little old buck. I just hate that I didn't get the shot on video. And as y'all can see, he's pretty good body size. He just didn't have real good genetics. But it's said it's December the 20th, and our season opened up back in the middle of November. I forget the exact date, and I've only been able to hunt 3 or 4 times, so I was kind of anxious to go ahead and break the ice. And this guy called him in, he put on a show and give me a good opportunity, and it was a perfect time to take one with Ken's revolver. About 20 minutes after I shot this one, my son texted me, and he had a young, like a yearling 10-point, walked right up under him, and then as I was coming to this deer, he texted me and said that he had one chasing 2 does over there on him, so maybe it all come together and he'll get him one today too. But, it was a good morning this morning. Turned out to be productive, and it has warmed up a lot from this morning. It was 33 this morning, and I think it's over 55 right now. I hadn't looked, but if it ain't, it's close to it. So this episode here has been brought to you by Ralston Knives. If anybody's interested in a custom hunting knife, look me up on Facebook and give me a shout, and I'll get you on my build list. Until next time, y'all take care.